All right, let's get into this matchup with Jacksonville. The Jaguars are 2-1. Their defense is super duper legit. They got Josh Hines Allen, who I wanted the Niners to draft instead of Bosa. You could say I was wrong, but I
You
don't
were
think I
wrong.
was. We'll
Yep.
see. They also got Eric Armstead, my favorite player, my favorite Eric, and they got Travon Walker too. So the defensive line is legit. They got two linebackers who are among the best linebackers in the league in Devin Lloyd and another guy whose name I can't pronounce right off the bat, but he's good. And I mean, their whole defense, they have 7 picks in 3 games.
Yeah.
Their offense, on the other hand, they have a good running back. They have a running back they give the ball to a lot, like the Niners,
Yeah.
and a bunch of guys who can't catch the ball, and a quarterback who's solid. But I don't know
He's
how you
bad.
feel about him.
I
What do you
think
think
Trevor.
about this matchup?
So this is going to be another defensive game. I think Brock and Trevor Lawrence are going to trade a couple interceptions between the two. I got some flack for that. People are like, no, he won't. I don't think Brock Purdy's not thrown a pick in quite a while. I feel like I think someone said week 11 of last year was the last time we had a game where he didn't throw a pick or something. So I think it's going to be defensive again. I think it's going to be who makes less mistakes, in my opinion. It sounds super basic, but you have two quarterbacks that love to give the defense the ball. And yeah, I like the matchup personally because I think we're a good run game. And I think when Trevor Lawrence doesn't have a good run game, he kind of freaks out a bit and isn't a good quarterback. But we really need to get the run game going. That's the only way we're going to win is getting that run game going.
Well,
And
I'm not
Ricky
sure
has
that's.
to be healthy.
Let's check out what the Jaguars' run defense looking like this year. Let's see. Against the run, they're giving up 4.1 yards per carry. So, and they've given up 1 touchdown on the ground. The Niners haven't scored a rushing touchdown yet. So, I think it's going to be a tough matchup for the 49ers offense. I think if Brock's going to play in this game, I'm a little concerned for him.
He has to, doesn't he? Max,
He's not going
barely
to be able to
walking.
just stand in one place and get the ball and get it out of his hands really quick and win like that because they have a really good pass rush. They have really good linebackers. They're not going to let Christian McCaffrey beat them as a receiver. He's going to have to get the ball further down the field. And this is a defense that has 7 picks in 3 games. And Brock has so many picks. He has 6 picks in his last, 4 games?
Yeah, Brock's been rough, man. Like I get the fandom because of Purdy's story. But let's just be real. As a quarterback, he has made some really bad decisions in the last year and a half. He's been a very bad decision maker. And you're going against a team that catches the football when you make bad decisions. It's going to be defensive. I think it's going to look a lot like the Cardinals game. It's just going to be an ugly slugfest. And
I'm concerned, man. I mean, look what Calais Campbell did to the Niners offensive line. He really, at 39 years old, he had almost a game-winning safety. He made multiple plays. Now you got Eric Armstead, who is a very similar player to Calais Campbell. Who's blocking Eric Armstead on this team? You got Josh Hines Allen against Colton McKivitz. Colton, I love you, but that's a rough matchup.
Josh Allen.
And if Ricky Pearsall isn't 100%, are you getting the ball down the field? Can you really throw the ball to Demarcus Robinson 10, 15 times and win? Can you throw the ball to Christian McCaffrey 10, 15 times and win against this defense? I mean, when I watched the film, and I'm a big film watcher and ball knower, I saw a defense that was triggering really quickly on passes and tackling very well.
Yeah, I mean, I will say they have a lot of injuries on their receiver side. The Jaguars, I forget who it is that got hurt. But I don't know. I think we're gonna be in good shape. I think it's gonna be a real defensive game, and I have a feeling. My prediction is Fred seals it with a turnover. I think Fred's gonna seal it with a pick, and then
I think the Niners defense should play really well in this game, even without Bosa, because it seems like if you watch the Jaguars, what they want to do is get the ball out of Trevor Lawrence's hands very quickly with they call it hella screens.
Yeah.
And so it's becomes more a game. It's not as much about rushing a quarterback in the pocket. It's more like chasing and tackling. The Niners do that really freaking well.
Sometimes they arm tackle and drive me insane.
PrizePicks will give you $50 when you play your first $5 lineup. Win or lose, you'll get $50 for playing. Use promo code COHN, COHN, and download the app now. Jair Brown can take some funky angles, but I think he's been better as a linebacker. D. Winters and Fred Warner are great. Siegel's a really good run defender.
Yeah,
Stout
no,
is too.
I think it looks good. I'll tell you this though. I think if the Jaguars dice us up, you're probably going to see an edge rusher trade pretty quick. I don't think it's going to wait till November if the Jaguars end up dicing us up.
I'd be surprised to see the Jaguars dice them up. That being said, I mean, you could argue that the Saints kind of did.
Renardo's been getting worked, bro. He's going to get targeted again and again and
Saints
again.
Saints had 3 touchdown catches in that game, and there should have been a 4th, but Chris Olave literally dropped one that was wide open. Renardo Green practically fell down. If Olave catches that pass on the first drive, I mean, it's hard to say how the game turns out, but maybe the Saints win. And then last week, Marvin Harrison Jr. drops that gimme. DeMercado dropped one at the goal line.
I will say though, Upton Stout is getting better week by week by week. So
that's true.
As much as Renardo's stock's going down, Upton Stout's stock's going up. So yeah, I think again, when's Mustafa get back? When is he supposed to be back?
He should be eligible to come off PUP list next week. So we'll see if he's ready.
So I think you're going to have to do a lot of shading with your safeties towards Renardo Green. And Jason Pinnock did a bad job at that last week. I think they're going to have to
I'm not even sure that Renardo Green's going to play in this game. He's got a neck injury. And they might want to get a look at Darrell Luter Jr., who might be better. I mean, Renardo Green missed most of the offseason. He missed all of training camp. He was getting torched in minicamp and OTAs. Luter Jr. was out there all offseason. He had good moments in preseason. Maybe he's better right now.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I really like Renardo Green, and I do have faith in him. Like, don't get me wrong. I think he's just having a sophomore slump. It's kind of hard because he's just getting picked on over and over and over. But it's not looking good. But luckily, Brian Thomas Jr. has not been looking good as well. So it's going to be a battle of the sophomore slumps between them.
He's looked so much worse. He's looked awful. I remember what Marvin Harrison Jr. looked like last week. He looked shook, just completely broken. Thomas is worse. 25 targets, 7 catches this year. And if you watched him last week, it's happening.
So constantly. Genuinely, like when you do look at it, right? Like this is the one team that can't punish our secondary, right? Like Travis Hunter
Their receivers are a problem.
Yeah, Travis Hunter ain't playing full snaps. Liam Cohen has said that multiple times. He doesn't want him to.
Yep.
Brian Thomas Jr. has been a shell of himself. Then you have De'Ami Brown, and
he's like their most consistent receiver right now.
Yeah, and he's hurt, so he's questionable. So, again, I just don't, and they don't even have Evan Ingram anymore. So, like, I think it's going to be an ugly one. I think the Niners are going to win, but it's going to be ugly.
I think the Niners are going to win, but I don't know if it necessarily means much. Although a win's a win always, and 4-0 is great.
Yeah.
But I think it's interesting that Bosa goes down, and my questions still mostly have to do with the offense. I'm not that concerned about the defense. I adjust my expectations with Bosa not in there. It's probably not going to be a top 3 defense in the league, but it still could be top 10. It's still going to be good. Yeah. My question is the offense, what is the offense trying to be? Are they a pass-first offense now? Do they have a running game? Can you keep anyone healthy? Anyone.
And that's the thing, man, is like, I get it. The excuses for Kyle have been raining in. Well, he doesn't have Juwan. He doesn't have BA. He doesn't have Kittle. But at some point, man, like at some point this season, the offense has to be able to be relied upon. Saul is doing it with 5th rounders. I don't want to hear an excuse. Well, Kyle doesn't have BA. Okay. Saul doesn't have Bosa. Kyle doesn't have George. Okay. Like, Saleh doesn't have Mustafa. He's doing it with Pinnock, who's been a journeyman safety. Like, and Salah's still making the defense look good. The only reason we've won games is because of defense. Like, at some point, man, you got to take a look in the mirror and be like, yeah, Kyle probably should have stepped up and said, we can't pay Purdy because we need better offensive talent.
This is probably the best defense the Niners have faced yet this season. Although Seattle and Arizona had good ones, Seattle especially.
Yeah.
But according to Pro Football Focus, this is the second highest graded defense in the league. If the Niners, if Brock Purdy plays and loses, is that what happens?
I mean, he'll never get blamed. The fan base will never blame him.
Are you sure?
They'll never blame him. Yeah.
I think it's a segment of the fan base that won't, but I think it's a segment of the fan base that might feel, hey, if you're not 100% healthy, don't play.
But Mac did and won. Mac did and won. So no, you're making $53 million. Play and win. This is what you're paid to do. You're paid to win these games. That's why you got $53 million. Don't care if someone's hurt. Guess what? Patrick Mahomes plays with whoever's up next. Has been doing that for 3 years. He beat us in a Super Bowl with it. Josh Allen's been playing with whoever's up next. Like, it's not an excuse when you're getting paid this cash. If you didn't want that responsibility, don't get paid this cash. That's why I hated his contract, because he can't do it without all pro talent around him, which is okay. You shouldn't have taken that much money then.